Good day and welcome to Dungeon Miser. Today we're looking at the two-player game, Seven Wonders Duel. So Seven Wonders Duel is a two-player game and it's based off the immensely popular Seven Wonders, which has had all kinds of printings and other additions that you can, add on to it and add lots of different angles to it. The base game is very fun. If you're new to board gaming, Seven Wonders is a great game to get started on. It is one of those games that a lot of people got the gaming bug from trying when they first played. It's a card drafting game, and in Seven Wonders Duel, the two-player game, it's also a card drafting game in a way. It's different in that you're not passing cards left or right, but you've actually got a formation on the on your table or wherever you're playing, and you're going to choose from those cards the ones that are available. Once you do that, then you're able to accomplish different things. Now, if you've played Seven Wonders, there are a lot of similarities, but there's also enough of a difference that this makes it a really good two-person game. I really enjoy this two-person game. And of course, it's still competitive. It's against you and your opponent. There's no, working together, cooperative, anything. You are trying to defeat your opponent, either through science or military or money, just like in the regular game. And it's actually set up so you do need a little bit of space. You can't just be playing this on the little fold-out tray on the airplane or anything like that. But it doesn't take up too much space. It's very portable, as you can see here, and it travels well. It's traveled all over the place for us. It's been to other countries. We've played it there. It's been to the cottage. We played it there, and we played it here at home, and it's a really good time. There is strategy involved. It's not just rolling some dice and hoping for the best. You do have to try and plan out your moves, plan out what you're doing, keep an eye on what your opponent's doing, because they can do things that can either take money away from you, or you can even suffer a military loss before the technical regular end of the game if you let your military lapse. In the regular game, you can let your military lapse. You just don't get points for that, or you lose some points because you let it slide entirely. In this one, you can lose the game by simply letting your military go. You have to be well balanced. Of course, you can win just through science, again, before the traditional end of the game, which you wouldn't be able to do in regular Seven Wonders. So there are lots of different mechanics in here, but lots of similarities. If you've played Seven Wonders, you can pick this up quickly. If you haven't played Seven Wonders before, it is a little bit of a learning curve, but I don't think it's really all that bad at all. And we're going to take a look at the board and how it's set up and give you an idea of what you're in for. Okay, so at the start of the game, you're going to start by choosing 4 wonders. Here's an example. Here are 6 wonders. Of course, we've got the Sphinx and the Hanging Gardens and the Pyramids. There are actually 12 altogether, despite the fact that the game is 7 wonders. And what you're going to do is, as much as you can, you're going to complete these wonders through the game, and then you will get whatever bonus it is that they offer. So you can see right here, you get 12 coins and get to take another turn. This one, you get to destroy one of your opponent's brown cards. You get a military point, and you get 3 points overall for the end of the game. Okay, so you can see right here, this is the extent of the game board. It actually folds right in half. It fits easily into the box. And it's broken into 2 halves. So one half would be yours, the other half would be your opponent's. And you start out with this cute little sword and double swords and shields, and it goes right in the middle. Now, the way this works is, through the game, you score military points. So if I scored a military point, I would move 1 space into my opponent's area. Then I get this little chit, and it's got 2 coins with a line through it. So that means that my opponent is now going to lose 2 coins, which is a blow to them and a boon for me. And at the end of the game, regardless if I'm still in this area or not, I've uncovered this, so I will get 2 victory points. Okay, if I move farther in, then they're going to lose 5 coins, and then I'll be up to 5 victory points. I can get into 10 victory points. If I can make it all the way to the end, then I can automatically win the game. Now, another part to this board is these green circles here. There are several of them. There are 5 here on the board. These are all science tokens. Some will give you abilities, some will count as science symbols towards winning the game. And you get them by having multiple science cards with the same symbol, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, so here we have 3 science cards. You can see that they have a symbol up at the top. It denotes which kind of science card they are. And if you have 2 symbols the same, like here, then you can get one of those round green chits off the game board. And if you get 6 different symbols through the game, then you automatically win the game. Here's a military card. When I play it, I move my little sword and double sword and shield 1 spot towards my opponent on the board. You can see here, there's the cost. It's going to cost me 1 lumber to buy this. And it has this little symbol here. If I put this card down, later on, if the other card with this symbol shows up here, it'll be here. Instead of paying the lumber, I get it for free because I've already got the legacy card, the card that connects it with it. I get it for free. And here are the coins in the game, 1, 3, and 6. At the end of the game, the person with the most victory points, and money does go towards counting your victory points, so from your cards, is going to win the game, unless someone automatically ends the game by getting to the end of the other person's military track, or gets those 6 different science symbols. So there are 3 ages, or 3 stages to this game. The first one, excuse the glare, the cards are set up like this. And you can see where these are, you can see what cards they are, and then in the second row, they are flipped over. So the only card that you're ever available to take are ones that are face up and not covered. So I could not take this card because that other card is partially covering it. Right now I can take cards from the bottom row. This one will cost me nothing, nothing. This is going to cost me a wood, so I can't even get this until I get that. This one will cost me 3 coins, but after that I can buy as many wood as I want for 1, and this one will cost me 3 coins. Age 2 looks like this, and here you can see there are fewer cards at the start for us to choose from. We've got 1 and 2, so I can either pay 1 glass and get this science card, or I can pay a wood and a papyrus, or if I have the previous blue card with this symbol up in the corner, see how there's the moon here? Well, this sun's going to give me something on another card, it's a legacy card, and I could take this. Now, this is just worth outright 4 points at the end of the game. Now, let's say that I couldn't afford that or that. Well, I could either pay to use my opponent's resources, which is expensive, or I could just take one of these cards, burn it, so discard it, and get 3 coins. The third age, or the third round, is set up like this. Now, don't worry about memorizing this because they give you a handy-dandy little chart on how to set this up. So you can see here, it's a different shape, and this is the third age, so things are going to be a lot more expensive. So you can see to get this one, this science card, it's going to cost me a clay, a glass, and papyrus. And you can see there's a little harp symbol there. That means if I have the other green card that had that harp symbol up in the top corner, I could take it for free. Now, the one different card that you're seeing here is this one. You can see how it's a darker purple. So you have some of those mixed in, and what they do is they will give you bonuses at the end of the game, or sometimes even immediately, or both. So you can see here that when I put this card down, whoever has the most green cards, I'm going to get 1 coin per green card immediately, and at the end of the game I'll get 1 victory point. So it could be you or it could be your opponent. Maybe your opponent has really gone for science and has 6 or 7 of these green science cards. Well, you put this down, you're immediately getting 6 or 7 coins, and at the end of the game you're going to get that many victory points. So this is like a bonus catch-all that you can use to take advantage of people who have hoarded certain kinds of resources. So that's Seven Wonders Duel, a game I recommend if you haven't figured out by now, since I've been speaking very highly of it through this this whole video. And it's not super expensive, and it's a great 2-player game, which we often find ourselves in more 2-person game situations than 4-person game situations. So it's nice to have something that's a go-to 2-person game that is challenging and interesting and exciting. Do I recommend picking this up? I sure do. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll have a great time playing it, and it's a good game to play even with new players, as long as someone else has played it before. They can pick it up fairly quickly, and just like the regular Seven Wonders game, the first time you play it, you want to turn around and play it right again. So now, to the good part. Any questions or comments, put them down below. Please hit the like button. It helps me so much. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're getting near to 100 subscribers. So once that happens, then we're going to have a giveaway. Yay! Giveaway! And so you'll have to stay tuned for that, watching the videos and liking them and all that stuff, so I can continue making these videos. And if you have any suggestions on any videos that you would like to see that I haven't posted yet, either on comics or gaming, the movies are pretty much as they come out. Next one's going to be Spider-Man. Leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So until next time, I'll see you here on Dungeon Miser. Dungeon Miser out.